I am obsessed with my new ponytail. This is the Insert Name Here Miya ponytail, and I have to tell you about it because I'm literally obsessed with it. So I've been waiting for this thing to arrive for about 3 weeks now, and because I live in the UK and this is an American company. I think it came from LA or California. Are they the same thing? Anyway, so it arrived yesterday. I haven't worn it out of the house yet, but I've tried it on and it's literally stunning. It's exactly what I'd hoped for. So I just wanted to come and tell you all about it. I couldn't find many reviews when I was looking for blonde ponytails. They were mostly black ones. So I was kind of worried that the blonde ponytails weren't gonna look as real. But I just did it. I bought two. I bought this one and then the Shayla, which is also the curly one. So I just wanted to show you and give you a bit of a review of the honey blonde Miya, and I will also show you the honey blonde Shayla as well. And I think the colour's perfect. I got colour matched on Instagram. I just messaged them like 5 pictures of me in the daylight with my hair up and my hair down and just said, what colour do you think I should get? And they said ash blonde or honey. So I was having a look at videos and a lot of people that had the ash blonde one had like really dark, maybe even black hair, and they were wearing it as like an ash blonde lighter ponytail coming off of their like really dark brown or ashy like black hair. So I was like, I feel like I'm more warm than that. This is my natural hair, not natural, this is my hair colour. I definitely felt like mine was more on the warmer side, and I thought this is a little bit lighter than the ash blonde, so I was like, I'm just gonna go with this, and I'm glad that I did because it's kind of perfect. The colour is so similar to my natural hair. I know the texture's different because I have rat's tails for hair, but the colour is really spot on. So let me show you how you put it on. It's actually really easy. I saw some videos saying it was like the hardest thing ever, and some videos saying that it was like super easy. So I think it's super easy. So it comes in like a lovely little purple silk bag. It feels gorgeous. It's really lightweight as well. It's kind of slightly crimped, if you can see that. You can straighten it, but I know it loses a bit of texture if you straighten it. And honestly, I don't think that you can see the crimp that much unless you are kind of looking really close. So I think I'm gonna leave it for now. I might straighten the very ends, but I think for now I'm gonna leave it crimped. So you open a little bit of Velcro. I've forgotten the grips. I'm just gonna have to go get the grips. It comes with grips, you see. So it comes with a couple of grips and also like a nice pink silky scrunchie mine came with. So you open it up. It's got the ponytail here and then this little bit which you wrap around. So obviously you have your hair in a ponytail. This is just a quick one. It's not exactly particularly nice, but whatever length you want it. Make sure it's quite nice and tight. You can't really use one of those tiny little thin bubbles. I've got a few thin bubbles in there, or just use a big one. So this slots into a ponytail. It's like a little cone. So it slots in like this. So you're in there, and then you pull it taut and wrap the Velcro around. Just be careful you don't stick the Velcro to your hair or to the hair of the ponytail because it's kind of a nightmare to get it out. So yeah, wrap the Velcro all the way around, and then with this little tassel, you basically just keep spinning it around until you run out of hair. There you go. So when you run out of hair, grab your grips and slot them in. So right now I know my ponytail is kind of poking out completely separate from the hair. But as I wrapped it around my ponytail, when I flip my hair back over, it kind of encircles the ponytail. Kind of encircles my little ponytail. If I wanted it kind of more neat, I would have straightened my own ponytail as well so it blends in a little bit nicer with it. But that's it, it's in. I've done it as a really high ponytail, which kind of makes it stick up in like a Cleopatra style, slightly off to one side as well. So I would probably, look, the hair actually kind of wraps around. You can see if you dig, my ponytail's in there hiding, see, there. So if you're gonna, it needs straightening because it would have blended in better, but as you can see, the ponytail is thick enough that it does actually just kind of cover it up. So that's it, just kind of chucking it in. And a slightly wonky and a little bit too high for me ponytail. Some people love that whole like directly up and kind of coming down like this, but I like it a little bit more like a ponytail on the back of my head. So I'll give you a spin.
So I clearly didn't realise that my ponytail was completely sticking out at the back. I'll put in a clip later on so you can see it without that happening.
It's so lightweight. It really doesn't feel like you're wearing that much. I also saw a review, somebody said like, oh, it's so heavy, it's gonna give me a headache. This is not heavy. I used to have actual really long hair and that was heavier than what this is, and this is thicker too, so I definitely can't really say that it's heavy. So yeah, this is what it looks like on. I think the colour's bang on. The honey blonde is a little bit of a warmer blonde. It's not very ashy, it's got like a few little ginger tones running through it, which suits my root colour. So you can see it blends out nicely. If you were going to get something that was a totally different colour from your hair, I would be wary of your ponytail poking out, so maybe you can put your hair in a little bun. But I already feel like this area is quite chunky anyway, and I wouldn't want to make that any chunkier. I'm going to do it again in a lower ponytail, just so that you can see what it looks like, kind of both options. But yeah, this is what it looks like. It's such a nice length. It literally feels so nice. Like, I had it on, I've not left the house in it, but I had it on yesterday. I was cooking tea, it's like flicking my hair around, like dancing. Like, it just feels amazing having it on, especially if you're somebody who's got a scraggly little ponytail like I have, and you've always wanted like a nice thick ponytail. I suppose you could trim it if you wanted it to be shorter, but I kind of feel like that's blasphemy. But yeah, let me show you it on in a low ponytail now. So taking it off, I would advise flipping your head over like this, just because it's easier to unravel and without getting all your hair stuck to the Velcro. That's the only thing I'm worried of, getting a load of the hair stuck to the Velcro and then like having to yank it out. Yeah. So let's redo my ponytail. Probably should use a hairbrush for this to make it nice and smooth, but oh well. It's just the exact same process. Stick that in the ponytail. If you can do like any kind of plait on your own hair, you'll find this so easy. Like, if you can do a plait backwards behind your head like this, or like some kind of like French braids, this will be a piece of cake for you. So that's secure, I think. So this is what it looks like at the back. Ponytail. I literally can't see what it looks like. I have no idea if it's clipped in right. I think it is. So this is what it looks like. Yeah, so this is what it looks like as a low ponytail, which I think is really nice. I think I prefer the high ponytail, but this is also so nice. The colour is impeccable, I must say. Just look at that. That is a bang on colour. Swish, swish, bitch. This does go so well. And even though it's super long, I do feel like it looks like a natural hair. It looks like a natural ponytail. If you didn't know me and didn't know that I had thin, shite hair, I do feel like you'd believe this. The only thing that I wish was slightly different on these ponytails is just the, like, this area. I just wish that was thinner. I understand that it needs to be secure, so the Velcro needs to be thick enough to make it like stay in and hold nicely. And then therefore the hair around it needs to be thick enough to wrap around. But the only thing that I would change if I could on these to make them like perfect is just, yeah, thinner this area. Because I just feel like, maybe it's because I know about these ponytails, but I feel like I would see that thick area on someone's ponytail and know it wasn't real. Whereas if it looked a bit more real, the join here, you just wouldn't have no idea. I do like a hair wrapped around a ponytail, but I just feel like it's a tiny bit too thick for me. But anyway, I still absolutely love this ponytail. I'm gonna get the curly one now and show you the Shayla. Yeah, it's also stunning. So this is the Shayla ponytail. Again, it's in honey blonde. I mean, look at that. That is just beautiful, isn't it? You can't deny that. That's such a nice curl. I love that it's just like a really soft, but like small curl. I just think it looks so nice. The colour's exactly the same as the other one, so you apply it in exactly the same way as well. So let me show you. You can see like hair gets a little bit stuck in the Velcro, so you just have to be careful. I just don't want to get too much stuck in there and have it yanking bald patches on the ponytail. So let me show you putting this one on. So make sure it's kind of wrapped all the way around your ponytail. When you flip it back over, it should be, because you do kind of wrap it around, and then when you flip it back, your ponytail should kind of be encased. So this is the Shayla. It's so thick, but it actually feels lighter than the Miya. It's so lightweight. Here it is in its full glory. Do a little 360. I absolutely love it. I think they're so cool. I think they're just literally the sassiest thing. This looks so realistic as well. Is that my hair poking through? I think this is my hair, see? So I'm looking at the colours exactly spot on, because that is my hair. I reckon crimp my hair underneath. There's a lot of this, so I don't think you'd be able to see it from the back at all. I do think it's just like you might potentially be able to see it poking from underneath. Maybe I should put my hair in a little bun, but I do feel like that would make this chunky. So that's the top of it. You could do this one in a low ponytail too, which is nice. I do think I prefer the high ponytails though, just because the length's already so long. So to go and put them in a low ponytail, the length, it will be really long. But yeah, my review is 9.5 out of 10, I would say. As far as other ponytails are concerned, I've had a look online. The only other ones I can see are like Lullabells or something, which is a UK company, and they do look lovely, but just from the photos, and I've done like a lot of research into people's videos on them, they look really shiny. They look quite wiggy, like they're like they look synthetic, whereas these are kind of matte, and I think the hair texture is so realistic. My mum's a hairdresser, and I took these home when I was getting my root drag done, and she was literally looking at them. She's like, "Is this real hair?" I was like, "No, it's Japanese something hair. It's like the most realistic hair that there is." So I think Lullabelle's ponytails look nice, but they look more shiny, and they look kind of like more flicky and curled as well. Like they almost look a bit like beauty pageant-y, whereas I feel like these just look like Ariana Grande, and they look a little bit beauty pageant-y, which is why I chose these, even though, to be fair, the Lullabells are like, they're 20 quid and these are 40 quid, 45, so there's kind of your difference. But yeah, I'm really happy with these. I would definitely buy more. I would quite like obviously got the straight and the curly, there's an in-between one, which is kind of a little bit flicky, which looks more like a Lullabells one. I'm calling it that, it's probably not the name. But anyway, I think I'd like to try one of those, and maybe try one of the little buns they do as well. I think it's called Sammy. It's like a little bun that you plop on, and you can make it into like a messy bun, or you can like make it into like a neat bun, just to make your little pea bun look a bit bigger. And they've got wigs as well. I don't think I'd dare try a wig. I think that's maybe my line, just because I'd be scared of it like slipping off or just looking totally fake on me. But they do like little pink wigs, like bobs and stuff that do look really nice. So yeah, I'm very pleased with this.
Thank you for watching.